From MTN News, this is Montana This Morning.
During the pandemic, meat prices skyrocketed, but Montana's farmers and ranchers didn't really see the benefit of that. An effort to change that coming up.
I'm Mike Dennison in Helena. Coming up, a reinstated rule helps Montana pharmacies fill the need for vaccines.
Well, happy Thursday, South. Oh, what a beautiful shot
Yeah,
that
it
is. That's from
yeah.
high atop the Montana State University campus on this Thursday at 6:30. Chet Lehman, Matt Elwell with you here, working our way through a beautiful evening last night,
Yeah.
a beautiful morning out there right now as well.
It was neat last night, driving kids around as that's what we do.
As your life seems to be. Yeah.
Yeah, you look out, the beautiful colors, and you can see the clouds with the showers trying to fall. It's called Virga.
Right.
It says that rain is
Well, the
evaporating.
showers were falling; they just weren't landing.
That's right. We saw that even into the wee hours of the morning. Temperatures into the 40s, pretty dry conditions this morning. Our skies are trying to clear. We still have a little bit of cloud cover out there, as you can see. There's that shot Chet was talking about. Beautiful morning. Temperatures a little cooler today, right into the mid to upper 60s. Yesterday we topped out into the 80s in parts of southwest Montana. So fantastic afternoon again today, just a touch cooler. We're going to talk about a warmer weekend ahead with a chance of showers in the forecast. That's coming up in just a little bit.
Virga, you can say that on the air, huh?
It's not Viagra, it's Virga.
Oh,
it's
Virga.
yeah.
Oh, completely different.
Yeah.
There we go. 6:31, our top story this half hour. We are all feeling a little extra pain at the cash register when it comes to the price of groceries these days. What's driving the increases is up for debate. But as MTN's David J. reports, some groups say it comes down to competition or a lack of it.
The National Farmers Union met on Zoom today in its Fairness for Farmers meeting. Senator John Tester was part of that, and their concern is to bring competition to help farmers, ranchers, and consumers.
Almost everything's double, so everything's up considerably from what it was 2 years ago, and farmer and ranchers really not making any more money on their end for that change in retail price.
Shane Flowers is owner and partner of Ranch House Meats and Sausage and says it's been tough on ranchers and consumers.
I'm a little astonished at prices coming out of these big packers right now. I think they're honestly getting a lot of money out of every beef from what I'm seeing on the box beef level.
The National Farmers Union launched its Fairness for Farmers initiative.
Mergers and acquisitions over the decades have made our food supply chain uncompetitive and fragile, and it underpays farmers while overcharging consumers.
The American Beef Labeling Act, now this is what it does. You're going to know. It's called mandatory country of origin labeling for American beef. To not have the USDA have the ability to have subpoena power and investigative powers dedicated to preventing and addressing anti-competitive practices in the meat poultry industries and enforcing our national antitrust laws is a huge mistake.
We've been working together actually for decades trying to bring about reforms to prevent the very thing that's happening today.
RCAF USA CEO Bill Bullard cites USDA information and says since 2015, consumers are paying more for beef, as seen by the blue part of the graph, while cattle producers receive less, as shown by the red line.
Consumers are being exploited by paying these inflated prices for beef at the same time that cattle producers are going broke because the market has been so depressed for so long.
According to the National Farmers Union, 4 companies control 85% of the beef packing. In a recent news release in response to the Biden administration, Tyson Foods stated the increase in the price of beef in particular is due to unprecedented market conditions. It is inaccurate to suggest that consolidation in the meat processing industry is leading to higher prices for consumers. Bullard says Tester's bills will restore competition for cattle and beef, and that will affect the rest of the agriculture industry.
This is the opportunity of a lifetime to permanently fix the broken structure. This is the best opportunity we've ever had and probably ever will to reverse that process.
In Billings, David J., MTN News.
In other Treasure State headlines, labor organizations, disability rights advocates, and 10 voters from across Montana are challenging a new state law ending election day voter registration. They argue the elimination of same-day voter registration creates a burden for working people and those with disabilities. During the 2021 legislative session, Republican lawmakers approved and the governor signed House Bill 176, closing voter registration at noon the day before an election. Supporters of the law said the change will reduce burdens on county election offices and people will still have plenty of opportunities to vote. And Montana pharmacies were out in force yesterday to speak in favor of an emergency rule they say is vital to help Montana respond to an increased demand for vaccines and COVID-19 testing. Pharmacy workers appeared at a meeting in an interim legislative committee. TN's Mike Dennison was there and files this report.
Just last week, the State Board of Pharmacy issued the rule, which allows pharmacists to supervise more pharmacy technicians or also healthcare professionals like nurses. And as COVID-19 cases and the demand for vaccines and testing increase, pharmacies say they're becoming a go-to source to fill this need.
Pharmacists predict many of the larger sites used for first and second dose COVID shots may not be doing booster shots. They have either shut down or reduced staffing to a very small scale. This will lead to larger workload and burden on those local pharmacies in your local communities and their staffs.
Christy Munson, a pharmacist in Billings, told the Interim Committee on Economic Affairs that the rule will allow pharmacies to continue to help operate large-scale vaccine clinics. And Kimberly Waltz, representing Walgreens, said the initial rule in March enabled the chain to ramp up staffing to meet demand. But that demand is happening again.
However, there is work to be done. It is imperative that we have the staffing flexibility needed to meet what will be an increased demand for COVID-19 vaccines on top of testing and flu vaccines.
Governor Greg Gianforte issued a similar rule in March, but it ended when he revoked his state of emergency order for COVID-19 in June. The governor's office says it supported the move by the Board of Pharmacy to issue a new emergency rule last Tuesday. The Legislative Committee Wednesday took no action on the new rule, which means it will stand for the next 120 days. Reporting from Helena, Mike Dennison, MTN News.
A group of researchers and students are using living organisms that exist all around us to make one of the most common building materials in a more sustainable way.
When we look around us at cement and concrete, it can be easy to forget that cement is the second most used material on Earth after water. Its impact is huge.
The current way we make cement takes a lot of energy and fossil fuels. One report shows about 8% of global CO2 emissions each year comes from cement production.
The impact of this is so large that it's driving us to wonder if we can't make a more sustainable building material by looking outside of the use of cement.
It's an issue Chelsea Heverin and other researchers and students here at the Center for Biofilm Engineering are trying to tackle.
Here you can see different fungi growing with different kind of media. So what we're trying to do here is to find the optimal conditions that we can use to grow these fungus.
These beakers contain different fungi living in different environments to see what works best. They're using a process called biomineralization, a process that works at room temperature.
Biomineralization is common in nature. So if we talk about biomineralization, you can think about shells, you can think about bone, you can think about some geological formation.
To test strength, they take the fungi or bacteria, add minerals, mix it up, and pour it into something like this.
You can see it's actually kind of hard here, and it forms a kind of fungal skin around all these wood chips and holds them together.
This process can be useful to fix problems like soil stabilization and sealing or plugging fractures in oil and gas lines to reduce contamination. Adrian Phillips calls it using the power of biology to help with industrial problems.
Imagine these fine fractures. Normal cement is viscous and it can't get into those fine fractures. So the advantage of using this bacteria is that they're very small, on the order of 2 microns, so very much thinner than even a human hair.
She says small business BioSqueeze has used the lab's research to plug over 50 oil and gas wells so far. Even with harnessing these age-old natural processes, environmental scientist Peter May says the idea faces some challenges.
That's one of the key things, though, is scaling. And, bacteria grow very fast, fungi grow pretty fast, but you can't really scale that up into the real world to make it functional if you don't have a lot of this material to do this with.
The lab is still experimenting.
So this is just sand biocemented through a biomineralization process.
And tested the strength.
So most of these are now what we call rubble.
For solutions we could see all around us in the future.
We don't know all the things that we can do with fungi within building materials yet, but we're starting to learn more and more about what the organisms that we've started our investigation with, are capable of.
I'm Chloe Nordquist reporting.
Another cool example of cutting-edge research going on every day at Montana State University. It is 6:40. We're going to take a break. When we come back, what do you think music has in common with COVID virus? Well, you might just be surprised, but then again, maybe it all makes sense. After the break, learn what researchers are finding out. But first, let's check in with Gail King.
Good morning to you. Ahead and only on CBS Mornings, Senator Bernie Sanders discusses whether Democrats can put their differences aside over President Biden's multi-trillion-dollar domestic agenda. And racist policies in the housing market decades ago are still affecting families today. Tony speaks with the daughter of parents who faced discrimination to see how her family was impacted. And in our More Perfect Union series, we'll introduce you to a former gang member turned medical assistant who's using his voice to lift up his patients. We'll see you 7 o'clock on the dot.